Your doctor says your labs are fine, but you're exhausted all the time, you can't lose weight no matter what you do, and you feel like you're aging faster than everyone else. Here's what they're missing. Your mitochondria are struggling, and today I'm showing you the 5 signs and exactly what to do about it. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Renee, a double board certified OBGYN and functional medicine doc. I have been in women's health for over 20 years. And for the past 11 to 12 years, I've been helping women over 40 get to the root cause of their symptoms, especially when conventional medicine dismisses them as just aging or just stress. And here's what I see over and over. Women with chronic fatigue, weight loss resistance, brain fog, and hormone imbalances who have been told their labs are normal, but their mitochondria are struggling. Your mitochondria are your cellular energy factories. They power everything, your metabolism, your brain, your hormones, even your ability to burn fat. When they're damaged, everything suffers. But conventional medicine doesn't check mitochondrial health. So today I'm breaking down the 5 signs your mitochondria are struggling, why you can't lose weight after 40, and what you can do to fix it. So let's dive in. So what exactly are mitochondria? Simply put, mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cell. They take the food you eat and the oxygen you breathe and convert them into ATP, which is the energy currency your body uses for everything. Every cell in your body has mitochondria. Your brain cells have thousands. Your muscle cells have hundreds. They're responsible for such things as energy production, fat burning and metabolism, hormone production, detoxification, as well as repairing your cells. Why they matter for women over 40? Well, as we age, mitochondrial function declines. Add in things like stress, toxins, inflammation, a poor diet, and hormonal changes, and your mitochondria take a major hit. When your mitochondria are damaged, you can't produce energy efficiently. Your metabolism slows down. Your fat burning comes to a halt. You feel exhausted, gain weight, and feel like you're aging faster. And here's the interesting part. Conventional medicine doesn't test for this. They check your thyroid, or maybe just a TSH, right? Maybe your iron. And when those come back normal, they tell you it's just aging. But it's not. It's your mitochondria and it's fixable. So here's a problem that I hear a lot. You're sleeping 7 to 8 hours, but you wake up feeling like you got hit by a truck. You need coffee just to function. By 2 p.m., you're crashing. And rest doesn't help. You feel tired right down to your bones. What your doctor says, your labs are normal. Maybe you're just stressed. Try getting a little more sleep. The mitochondrial truth, if your mitochondria aren't producing energy efficiently, no amount of sleep will fix your fatigue. You're literally running on empty at the cellular level. This is one of the first things I look for in my practice. Chronic, unrelenting fatigue, especially when it doesn't improve with rest, is a big red flag for mitochondrial dysfunction. So what do I do differently? Well, in my practice, I don't just check thyroid and call it a day. I look at inflammation markers like a high sensitivity C-reactive protein or homocysteine, because chronic inflammation is going to damage your mitochondria. I look for oxidative stress markers because when your body is under a heavy load of oxidative stress, your mitochondria cannot function. I look for nutrient cofactors like the B vitamins, CoQ10, magnesium, L-carnitine. Mitochondria can't produce energy without these. And this is part of a method called the H.E.R method that I use in my metabolic reboot phase, where we optimize mitochondrial function so your cells can actually produce energy again. Bottom line here, fatigue that doesn't improve with rest is your body telling you that your mitochondria need support. Another common problem I see is that you've cut calories, you're exercising, you're doing everything right, but the scale won't budge, or even worse, it's going up, especially around your belly. So what does your doctor say? Just eat less and move more? You know, calories in and calories out. It's not that simple. What's the mitochondrial truth? What most doctors don't understand is that your mitochondria control your metabolism. When your mitochondria are damaged, they can't burn fat efficiently. So your body's going to shift into survival mode. It's going to hold on to every calorie, storing fat instead of burning it, and slowing your metabolism to conserve energy. This is especially common in women over 40 because of, number one, our declining estrogen and progesterone damage mitochondria. Number two, chronic stress, which increases cortisol, which in turn destroys mitochondrial function. Toxins, inflammation, and poor gut health all impair mitochondrial energy production. In my personal experience, when I was struggling with my own weight loss resistance, I was doing everything right, but my mitochondria were damaged. Once I addressed the root causes, such as inflammation, oxidative stress, nutrient deficiencies, and hormone imbalances, my metabolism came back online, and I have lost now 24 pounds of fat and have maintained it ever since. So what do I do differently with my clients? I don't just tell them to eat less and exercise more. That actually makes mitochondrial dysfunction worse. Instead, I focus on number one, detox and drainage, which is the first step in my H.E.R method. We focus on clearing toxins that damage mitochondria. Next, step two, we focus on gut and nutrition because providing the building blocks mitochondria need to produce energy is essential. Step three, we reset your hormones. We optimize estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, and cortisol, all of which regulate your mitochondrial function. And lastly, step four is our metabolic reboot. We restore mitochondrial energy production so you can burn fat again. Bottom line, weight loss resistance after 40 is almost always a mitochondrial issue, not a willpower issue. The third sign that I commonly see with the clients I work with is brain fog, memory issues, or just inability to focus. Maybe this is you. You walk into a room and you forget why. You can't focus at work. Words just don't come as easily as they used to. You feel like you're thinking through mud. You go to your doctor. What does your doctor say? That's normal for your age. Maybe you're stressed. But what is the mitochondrial truth? Well, your brain is one of the most mitochondria-dense organs in your body. It requires massive amounts of energy to function. When your mitochondria are struggling, your brain doesn't get the energy it needs. The result? Brain fog, poor focus, memory issues, and basically cognitive decline or decline of your brain function. This is especially common in perimenopause and menopause because declining estrogen directly impairs mitochondrial function in the brain. So what do I do differently? I don't dismiss brain fog as just aging. I look at, again, inflammation markers because neuroinflammation destroys mitochondria in your brain. Oxidative stress because the brain is highly vulnerable to oxidative damage. And again, looking at the nutrient cofactors, especially the B vitamins, B12 and folate, magnesium, omega-3s, CoQ10, all essential for optimal mitochondrial function in your brain. And then, of course, hormone levels, estrogen, progesterone, and thyroid all support mitochondrial function in your brain. So when we optimize mitochondrial health, brain fog lifts, focus returns, your memory improves. So bottom line here, brain fog is not normal. It's a sign that your brain's mitochondria need support. The fourth sign that I commonly see with my clients is that they recover poorly from exercise, or they may actually feel worse after working out. They tell me that they used to bounce back from workouts. Now they're sore for days. Or worse, they feel more tired after exercising. They also feel like they're not building muscle. They're not seeing the results from their efforts. What your doctor might say, maybe you're overdoing it. Try resting more. But what's the mitochondrial truth? Exercise requires mitochondria to produce energy. When your mitochondria are damaged, exercise becomes a stressor your body can't recover from. Instead of building muscle and burning fat, you're breaking down tissue and increasing inflammation. This is especially common in women over 40 who are doing chronic cardio or high-intensity exercise without the mitochondrial capacity to support it. So what do I do differently? I don't tell you to stop exercising, but I do help you restore mitochondrial function so your body can actually use exercise to get stronger, not more exhausted. So what does this look like? Well, we support mitochondrial recovery with the right nutrients like CoQ10, L-carnitine, magnesium, antioxidants. We reduce inflammation and high levels of oxidative stress in your body so your mitochondria can repair. What I do with almost every one of my clients is help balance their cortisol because chronic stress destroys mitochondrial function. And we optimize the type of exercise. Strength training and walking are mitochondrial friendly. Chronic cardio is not. Bottom line here, if exercise makes you feel worse, your mitochondria need support before you can train effectively. And the fifth sign I see a lot amongst my clients is that they feel like they're aging faster than they should. They feel like their skin is thinning, their hair is falling out, they're losing muscle. They look and feel older than their age. So you go to your doctor. What is your doctor going to tell you? That's just part of getting older. But what is the mitochondrial truth? Mitochondria control cellular repair, collagen production, and the anti-aging processes in our body. When they're damaged, you age faster inside and out. Mitochondrial dysfunction is going to accelerate, number one, skin aging. So you're going to lose collagen and elasticity faster. It's going to accelerate hair thinning and hair loss. It's going to accelerate muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Your bone density is going to decline. Your brain function is going to decline. And your risk for chronic diseases is going to increase. So what do I do differently? I don't accept just aging as an answer. Yes, aging is inevitable, but how you age is not. By optimizing mitochondrial health, we can slow the aging process, improve skin and hair quality, maintain muscle mass, and support longevity. This is the foundation of the method I use, the H.E.R method, in the fourth phase, which is the metabolic reboot phase, where we restore mitochondrial function so your body can repair, regenerate, and age well. Because bottom line here, premature aging is a sign of mitochondrial dysfunction, and it's reversible. So why does your regular doc miss this? Well, conventional medicine doesn't test mitochondrial function. They check your thyroid, again, maybe your iron, and when those come back normal, they tell you that you're getting old or you're just stressed. But there's simple things that we can look at to determine your mitochondrial function, such as your inflammation markers, like I mentioned earlier, your high sensitivity C-reactive protein, homocysteine, your oxidative stress markers. We look for nutrient deficiencies in things like B vitamins, CoQ10, magnesium, L-carnitine, antioxidants. We look at your hormones to determine if there's an imbalance in estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, cortisol, because again, they all regulate mitochondrial function. In my practice, I test for all of these markers and I use them to guide personalized treatment plans because here's the truth. You can't fix mitochondrial dysfunction with a one-size-fits-all protocol. You need to address your root causes, whether that's inflammation, toxins, nutrient deficiencies, hormone imbalances, gut dysfunction, or chronic stress, which I see in like 100% of the women I work with. So how do we fix this mitochondrial dysfunction? Easy. It's fixable. Number one, focus on what you're eating. Feed your mitochondria what they need to produce energy, such as B vitamins, especially B2, B3, B12, and folate. CoQ10, which is critical for ATP production. L-carnitine transports fat into mitochondria to be burned. Magnesium, I see this deficient in so many of the women I work with, and it's required for over 300 mitochondrial reactions. And of course, antioxidants, because they protect mitochondria from oxidative damage. Vitamin C, E, glutathione, and alpha lipoic acid. You also need to stop damaging your mitochondria with things like processed foods, sugar, seed oils, because those are all going to increase inflammation and oxidative stress. Toxins like pesticides, plastics, heavy metals. Chronic calorie restriction is going to starve your mitochondria. Now, this is what I cover in step 2 of the H.E.R method. We look closely at gut and nutrition so we can provide the building blocks your mitochondria need. Number 2, the right kind of exercise is super important because exercise can either help or hurt mitochondrial function depending on the type and your current capacity. Mitochondrial friendly exercise includes strength training, because that's going to help build mitochondria in muscle cells. Walking, which is gentle and restorative. Yoga, stretching, which is going to help reduce cortisol. Mitochondria damaging exercise can include chronic cardio, because this is going to increase your oxidative stress. high intensity training when you're already exhausted, because this is going to break down mitochondria faster than they can repair. And this would not be one of my videos if we didn't cover stress management, because you're going to want to protect your mitochondria from chronically high cortisol levels. Chronic stress and high cortisol destroy mitochondrial function. You need to manage your stress, and that looks different for everyone. For you, it might be meditation, breath work, or simply setting boundaries. Prioritize sleep, because mitochondria repair during deep sleep. Support your adrenals with things like adaptogenic herbs, B vitamins, magnesium. And this is all what I cover in step 3 of the H.E.R method, which is our hormone reset. We balance cortisol and optimize hormones that support mitochondrial health. And number 4, detoxification. You're going to want to clear toxins that damage mitochondria. Toxins like pesticides, plastics, heavy metals, mold, they all directly damage mitochondria. So you need to support your detox pathways, your liver, gut, lymphatics, kidneys. You're going to want to reduce your toxin exposure. So you're going to want to eat clean food, drink clean water, watch out for toxins in personal care products. And you're going to want to support drainage so your toxins can actually leave your body. And this is step 1 of the H.E.R method in my programs, detox and drainage, because that is the foundation for everything else. And then we have supplementation. And of course, this is personalized to you based on your labs and your symptoms. But a few of the things that I commonly recommend are CoQ10, L-carnitine, magnesium glycinate, the methylated forms of B vitamins, the NAD precursors like NMN, antioxidants like glutathione, alpha lipoic acid, vitamin C and E, and of course omega-3s, because they support mitochondrial membrane health. And in some cases, I do recommend peptides like MOTS-C or SS31 for advanced mitochondrial optimization. And of course, you're going to want to take a personalized root cause approach. Here's what I do differently in my practice. I don't give you a generic protocol and send you on your way. I run comprehensive functional labs to identify your personal root causes. I look at inflammation markers, oxidative stress markers. I look for nutrient deficiencies, hormone imbalances. I look at your gut health and your detox capacity. Then I create a personalized plan based on your labs, your symptoms, and your goals. And then we work together over 6 to 12 months with monthly sessions and ongoing support, because mitochondrial healing takes time. Listen, I say this a lot. You're not lazy, you're not broken, and you're not just getting older. Your mitochondria are struggling, and your regular doc isn't checking for it. But it's amazing what happens when you address the root causes like inflammation, oxidative stress, nutrient deficiencies, hormone imbalances, toxins, and stress. Your mitochondria can actually heal. Your energy comes back, your metabolism turns on, your brain clears, you start losing weight, you feel like yourself again. So if you're tired of being dismissed and ready to get to the root cause, I'd love to help you. Book a free strategy call with me. The link is in the description below. We will talk about your symptoms, your health history, and whether my programs are a good fit for you. Listen, you deserve to feel your best, so let's make this happen. And YouTube thinks you'll like this video next, so stick around and take a look. And with that, we'll see you right back here next week. Ciao.